And welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. It's pretty clear that both of the country's political parties have changed radically over the past few years, and they're changing still. We cover that every night in this show. Donald Trump, of course, has transformed the GOP. You may have read about it. On the Democratic side, there have been profound changes, too, ones that don't get quite as much attention. A party that for 100 years stood with America's middle class now represents the nation's richest and its poorest. And so, not surprisingly, the party's positions on policy have changed accordingly, a lot. So just about 20 years ago, Democrats championed free speech. They worried about illegal immigration loudly. They criticized voluntary foreign wars, and they argued that unrestricted trade hurt American workers. And by the way, quite a few of them, Democrats, were pro-life, too. Senator Harry Reid among them. And that's not surprising if you think about it. Democrats said they cared most about the vulnerable in our society. Even Bill Clinton, who vetoed 2 partial birth abortion bans, felt the need to say he wanted to keep abortion rare. He said that a lot. Try that in today's Democratic Party. Lots of luck. Modern Democratic activists celebrate abortion as a positive good. Shout your abortion, they proclaim. They put it on T-shirts. Abortion isn't bad. We need more of it. Well, earlier this month, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill making that possible. It's called the Reproductive Health Act, and the law legalizes abortion right to the moment of birth for virtually any reason. Now, to most people, aborting a child moments before delivery might seem uncomfortably like killing. A lot of pro-choice people feel that way. It's a concern. Well, Cuomo's law addresses that concern. The law declares that children who have not yet been born are not, in fact, human. So don't worry about it. Cuomo illuminated the new World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan with pink lights to celebrate the bill signing. He described it as a profound moral victory. Now, the national press didn't spend a lot of time covering this. No matter how much you might like Roe v. Wade, maybe you love it. There's still something pretty ghoulish about celebrating third-term abortion. Maybe that's why only a tiny percentage of American voters support it, around 13%. Small percentage. Nobody really wants to hear the details about any of this, so nobody asks. And that's why the video we're about to show you, which is not gory, don't worry, but it is remarkable. In it, a Virginia Democratic lawmaker called Kathy Tran explains in detail a bill she's introduced that will remove all restriction on late-term abortion. She was asked, well, what would that mean exactly? And Tran tells the truth. Watch this.
Where it's obvious that a woman is about to give birth. She has physical signs that she is about to give a birth. Would that still be a point at which she could request an abortion if she was so certified? She's dilating.
Mr. Chairman, that would be a decision that the doctor, the physician, and the woman would make.
I understand that. I'm asking if your bill allows that.
My bill would allow that, yes.
So, abortion at the point of dilation. If you're confused about what that means, ask anyone who has given birth. And then think about it for a second. There's a lot going on, obviously, but just think about that for 1 second. You may be pro-choice. Are you okay with that? Virginia's governor is okay with that. He's thought about it. Ralph Northam is his name. He's been in office a little over a year. He's often described, in fact, always described as moderate. And that's pretty amazing given his reaction to Kathy Tran's late-term abortion bill. This is from today. Watch this.
It's done in cases where there may be severe deformities. There may be a fetus that's non-viable. So in this particular example, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother.
A discussion about killing the infant? The infant. He's direct enough to call the infant what the infant is, but again, the infant would be delivered and resuscitated if that's what the mother desires. Quote, in other words, the governor of Virginia has just told us in public on camera that it's okay to kill a child after the child has been born. That used to be called infanticide, not rhetorically, but literally infanticide, taking the life of a child who is breathing. The governor seemed to just say that. Did he misspeak? Well, you'd hope, but no, he didn't. Ralph Northam is a physician. He's a pediatric neurologist, in fact. He's not some clueless layman who mangled a NARAL talking point. This is really what he thinks. This is what his party thinks, though no one ever says it, but it's true. This is the new moderate pro-choice position. You should know that. Lisa Booth is a